Hi there, I'm Jamie. Welcome to Talking Sonics. Now, if you checked out my last video, you'll know that I'm putting through the ringer this old 80s IC-based Studiomaster 16:4 console. And we've tested out the EQ, had a bit of a look at it. It's a really lovely thing. Very affordable little desk. Now, as I mentioned, we're today going to track a full band. We're going to be working on a cover. We're recording We Can Get Together by the Flowers / Icehouse, as they later became known through copyright issues, firstly in the USA. Early 80s song, and we're really going to get in and have some fun here today. I've got Dave Amplet, drummer, coming in with me, and my mate Rob, who's playing some bass. So first thing is to start here with some keyboard bass, which is lovely. I've got an Organ Strings 09, RS09 Roland vintage synth here. This is a very, very early days, probably a 1978-79 model, so that's really cool, fat, rich and dark. Starting there, I'm going to be working on getting a bed of the song down with a click track. Start there, and then we can get the band playing to the click in the room. So we'll work on drums, EQing bass, some guitars. I'll probably do guide guitar and vocals, and then overdub layers of guitars and vocals. So let's get this organ part, or let's get this bass part going. I could throw in some of those more melodic keyboard parts while I'm tracking to click. That's a starting point just to get a bed and a framework of the song down. Wish me luck. Okay, so I've got the bed of the song down. I know where I'm going with the arrangement. We're now going to start listening to drums, putting some kick drum, some snare, some overheads. I'm using the Glyn Johns 2-mic technique for the 2 overhead mics and just a kick and snare. We're going to have a listen at EQing that and getting a nice kind of dry, dead sound happening. We've dampened down the room. We've got a lot of sort of soft fabrics and absorption going on, probably a baffle quite close to the kit. So we want to make it nice and rich and dead. It's all about those thick 80s sounds. So let's get into some drum EQing. Okay, let's hear kick again. Okay, so I've got 40 Hertz, about 4 dB subs added. I'm adding some 4K high mids at plus 4 dB, and same with the top end shelving to give it some bright click. So we're going for low fat subs and some top end. The EV666 mic is quite round, so we've got the kick inside the drum with the front head off. So let's hear that kick again. Okay, thanks Dave. We go to the snare. So that's still quite a bright snare. What size is that snare, Dave?
14 inch by 5.
It's tuned down a little bit, but again, sort of adding about 80 Hertz here to thicken it up. I did try some top end, but it was bright enough as it was, so it's really just about fatter bottom end. So snare drum again. Okay, so for the overhead, right above the snare drum, we've got the KM54 tube mic. Really not doing a lot. I've got a U87 as well as a side mic, so this is the Glyn Johns setup. So pulling out a bit of 1K either way, flat with the top end, and adding a bit of 100 Hertz. So it just gives a bit of time on the kit, Dave. Okay, so it's quite thick and fat. Actually, show us the toms, because we've got no tom mics. Let's hear that. So we're reasonably fat there, which is quite surprising. Now time to get on to EQing some bass guitar here. I'm just going to DI Rob's bass. We've got Rob on bass with a little ampeg preamp pedal. What's that called, that one?
SCRDI.
So he's given it a bit of drive. He's got a Fender Jazz bass, a little bit of bottom end, top end, and mid range pulled out. So fairly classic tone. Let's hear that. I'm actually just going flat, sounding nice. So as you might have heard from the previous tests, these channels are quite good, like the Chilton. A lot of bandwidth happening. Okay, today I'm using my Marshall JMP1 MIDI preamp. Now it has a speaker simulator output. I will just simply DI the JMP1 with probably a sort of crunchy sound using a Aria Pro 2 Stratocaster, also made in 1979. So that's going to help the band sound. I'll be singing into this guy as well, just as a guide track. Wish us luck. Let's go and get some takes for the band. See you in a moment. Okay, so we've got some great band tracks down. I don't really think we need to edit anything much here. Dave Amphlett on drums, you've done it again. Really cool feel. I think Dave's done a great job of locking to the synth bass that I recorded earlier. We might just do a little drop in, we will see, but I think it's pretty good. And look, we're just doing a test for this console. The band sound is really amazing. It was great in our headphones, a hell of a lot of fun. This is working really, really well. So it's time for me now to do a bit more work. I think the 1979 Aria Pro 2 made in Japan is a fantastic guitar to play. It's got a lovely tone. It's really vintage, really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to tracking some rhythm guitar and some of these lead overdub parts and starting to perfect the song. So I'll get back to work. Wish me luck. This is how it sounds. Actually really quite liking it, but I've done some changes here. So if I'm flat on the EQ, it's a little bit buzzy in the top end. I'm pulling top end out and adding 4K here. Bit of cut and a little bit of 100 Hertz as well. Sounds good to me. Maybe we can get together. We can get together a little sometime. You can look at my shoes. You can pick up my stance. You can knock on my door. Must be something we can. Okay, for some synth pads, I'm using this Roland Organ Strings 09, a 78, 79 model, so before the Juno, which was probably used in the We Can Get Together Flowers version, but this is an older thing. So I'm kind of getting a warm pad thing going here, but I'm really wanting it to cut through the song, so I'm boosting 7K here and top end, so treble and 7K to bring out the airiness in this. So time to get recording. I'll start tracking. Must be something we can talk about. Maybe there's something here that we can do. Okay, it's time to start tracking vocals. I've got my OPR U87 clone, this one-to-one clone here, which is amazing. If you haven't checked out OPR mics from Melbourne, do so now. These things are amazing. So I've got this going through the Studiomaster, currently flat EQ. Hey, 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 hey. To me, it's really quite nice in the cans, in the headphones. So, but I don't track like that. I add a bit of brightness and a bit of substance, a bit of warmth, and this is where I think this can help. Now, here we go. A little bit of top end, plus 4 dB of treble. I'm going to add a little bit of airy bite, so 7K. 7K now. You can see that's really emphasizing a bit of breath. Yes, I'm going to have to use a de-esser. Currently in Pro Tools, I'm just using the Renaissance, the Waves Renaissance compressor, nothing else. Now I'm going to boost some 80 hertz. 80 hertz bottom end there. Hey, 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 check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Hey, hey, hey. You can hear a bit of fan noise from my equipment rack, but there is a little bit of channel hiss coming when I boost the top end. Can you hear that at all? I'll just play with this top end, you can have a listen. Now the purist would say that's no good, this is not a good mixer, it's too noisy. I'm finding that that's kind of really, in the scheme of things, not much noisier, or kind of on balance to me using the Chilton console preamp, quite sensitive, quite loud, going into a Pultec for EQ. So other vintage EQs can introduce noise, and we love these vintage things. So to me, on balance, that's quite a good record sound.
It's raining outside, I'm shaking my shoes downstairs. You never stop dancing, you don't make much sense. No matter what your friends say, don't go too far. Remember there's just one thing, whenever you come this way, maybe we can get together. We can get together.
Okay, so the song now has really come together, really exciting. We're hearing the richness of this Studiomaster 16x4 1979 built console. This is a gem. It's really got a character, a rich, fat sound, certainly delivering on what we were hoping for. And no, you don't have to just use this for rock bands. You can use it for keyboard-based music, drum and bass, hip-hop, whatever is your flavour. I'm sure this is going to serve you very, very well, particularly with these really flexible, warm and musical EQs. That's the thing we've been loving about using this. The EQ is just working so well. Reasonable headroom actually on the channels. We haven't had any dramas with anything overloading or sounding pretty nasty. It's been very kind of set and forget, which is great. So time to have a listen to the full song, fully mixed, We Can Get Together, by myself, Dave Amphlett, Rob on bass, and, well, Jamie Durrant and The Last Crusade.
Must be something we can talk about. Maybe there's something here that we can do. No matter what your friends
So thanks for joining me on Talking Sonics. I hope to see you real soon. I'm hoping that you enjoyed this little console as much as we've enjoyed recording through it. What a rich, wonderful sound it certainly has delivered. So I hope to see you real soon. Thanks for joining me.